are, the new EP from Boombox Cartel. Wanted to put together a little first listen video for this EP. Couldn't stream it due to there, of course, as you all know, there being quite a few big projects coming out today, and it's just been quite a hassle trying to manage timing and stuff like that. And first EP since 2017, if I'm remembering right. So over 4 years since the last Boombox Cartel EP, which is quite a while. And they have, he has been putting out quite a few singles in the meantime. Definitely come through with some of the most impactful and memorable tunes in modern bass music, modern electronic music in the last half decade to decades. So yeah, always a massive thing when he drops a new EP. Again, first one in 4 years here. And yeah, excited, long awaited, much anticipated, and a couple of singles in lead up to what is a 7-track EP here. So yeah, quite a few, quite a big old EP we've got here for the first one in 4 years from Boombox Cartel. And without any further ado, let us get into it. Let us get sampling the tunage right here, kicking off with track 1, Monta. Spacey, quite dreamy, quite atmospheric way to open up the EP here. I really enjoyed the extended introduction that we got there, and yeah, the musicality of that, very nice as a way of, you know, opening up the EP and just announcing it, if you will. But yeah, that drop, it's one of those like heavy, quite large trappy kind of influence drops, and just needs a bit more for me with the idea, leading directly into Machina, which we'll just carry on with. Let's just carry on. Yeah, that arrangement, that percussion, very nice on the ear. Ooh. Nice energy to it, good aggression, good attitude. Where it's cut, very fine as well. I'm liking that, quite prickly with the kind of invasive feel of the sounds there, how kind of pointed they are. That second drop, I mean, again, it's okay, it's alright. I'm not overly enthused. A nice kind of shimmering delivery to it, I suppose, but yeah, the idea itself, you know, the kind of one that I feel like I've heard quite a lot of by now, and yeah, in itself, just not an idea that I feel is unleashing the Boombox Cartel sound in that new or inventive of a way. So yeah, for me, a bit of a tale of two halves there, that tune. The first half, very good, and the second half just, you know, just okay. But I think the production here throughout on Machina was good, and the transitioning as well from the kind of introduction or midsection sequences to those heavier moments, I think was good. I mean, so far we have got some good here in various sequences here and there, but no one tune here of the two yet that I am enjoying fully. But we've got 5 more to go, and on that note, we have a collaboration, Boombox Cartel and Moody Good with Calavania, that I've been really having to kind of refrain from hearing. It's been out for a couple of weeks now, I think, and yeah, this one I've had to try quite hard in terms of refraining from hearing it and waiting for this first listen experience. But yeah, here we go.
Holy water I've been sipping, I've got memories on repeat. Swear I see you in the darkness.
Okay.
You're just like my shadow, everywhere you follow me.
I like the idea, but there was something distinctly empty about it, in my opinion. Felt quite skeletal. Definitely more gaps needed to be filled there. It feels like it lacked a certain warmth or musicality or something just lying below, just to really provide a bit of feeling beneath the idea, which was good. I like the kind of jabbing, interjecting nature of the idea there. But yeah, it felt so skeletal, it felt so bare. You can hear what I mean, surely. The vocals quite good, matched the dark and quite brooding feeling that we're getting here in the kind of interlude sections, the bits surrounding the heaviness and whatnot. But yeah, those drops, I think I've said it all. I think I've said all I have to say. It just needs more layering. Definite feel there for me. I mean, some might not have that, they might not be hearing it, but for me personally, hearing that, I'm just like, yeah, feels a bit skeletal, feels a bit bare, feels like it needs a bit more going on just to give it that real full flavour and feeling that I think the idea deserves. Moving on, we have track number 4, Rock Dem. Nice introduction so far. Some good musicality right there. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that is just Boombox Cartel in full fucking flow right here. Oh my gosh. That is sensational stuff. That interplay and dynamic between sounds is so on point. And that just reminds me of everything that I love about his style. Like, yeah, just the way that everything is angled against one another, just rebounding, and the placement of every note here is so on point. Oh, that is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Oh, come on. Absolutely class number. Like, that's what I mean. These 3 before feel, to me, they felt a little bit like, you know, playing it a little bit safe. Not quite pushing far enough, not being that playful or ambitious or inventive with the idea, but here, that is just, like, that is what I'm talking about. Maybe we needed that first 3 just to kind of realise the power and the star-studded appeal, basically, of that one, Rock Dem. But my word, that is, as I've said, that is exactly what I like about his style. The introduction was incredible. Loved the way that it flowered and bloomed, and the musicality just kind of poured into it. The do 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 do, that was so good. Very catchy, a little earworm to kind of lure you in. And then the heaviness. I mean, just, yeah, exactly, again, what I love his style for. The vocal chopping, the intricate percussion, just all angled so finely and delicately. The middle part, very good as a way of kind of tying it together. And the second drop, simple and emphatic and effective as a continuation and slight change on that first drop, with some good musicality woven in as well. So this track, yeah, it's got everything. But moving on, we have track number 5 here, Fatal Attraction, featuring Reese LaFleur.
Fatal attraction, she kill when she passing. Why you murder me, my baby? Lately I've been stuck in one place, and lately I've been running out of patience. Why you murder me, my baby?
Doesn't feel like one that I can, you know, really get into and remember, and feels just a bit odd. You know, I appreciate doing something a bit different and a bit out there, a bit weird, but yeah, that goes a bit overboard to the point where it's not really outright enjoyable. See, the introduction of each drop is very good, the transition from the build into the heaviness, but the idea, yeah, I'm being quite distant and then being quite immediate in how the sound is presented, but yeah, the idea itself, I'm just like scrolling down slightly here to the final couple. We have first off the penultimate number, Reaper, featuring Jid, who is a very big name in rap music at the moment, and quite amazing, I think, to see these worlds collide.
Coolin', why would you tempt me? Look at my temperature. I could just lose it, but I'm not losing, bitch, I'm an emperor. Hit him in the leg and the breast, better get him a vest, that's two in the best scared, we just missed pedestrians. We destroyed all the evidence, I'm just looking for the nearest exit.
I am not a pretty nigga, I'm a dog right now, okay.
Oi! Yeah, that's good. I'm liking that quite a bit.
Okay, I am not a pretty nigga, I'm a dog right now, okay.
Oi! Another one of my favourites here for sure. The vocal from Jid, introducing and playing a massive part in the first half of the tune here. And, you know, his lyricism, his flow, his just little quirks here and there, I think were very good. And the instrumental backing up and propping up his voice very well. Just a very nice dynamic going on there. I like that. The relationship between vocal and instrumental was good. At the beginning of it, I was thinking, you know, it's just going to be a bit of a rap tune and it's just going to be a way of, I don't know, toning it down, the EP in this penultimate number. And yeah, just a bit more of a chilled moment as we we'll go towards the final cut here. But it turned out to be a bit of a trappy, rhythmy, kind of wavy, wobbly little banger by the end of it. But now we have the closer, Veneno, or maybe one of the E's is an E, Veneno or Veneno, but I'm thinking Veneno here for the closer. Ooh. Bit of a consistent theme that the introductions are fantastic, pretty much across the board. Can't think of one that I wasn't massive on so far. And the drop was just nice. It was pleasant. You know, not an amazing idea, but yeah, it did just sound very nice and welcoming, I suppose. And had a bit of a future garagey feel to it almost, with the like percussion quite angled, quite jumpy, which was cool. At its core, an okay idea, just fine, like a bit not amazing, basically, the idea. Overall, just fine. It's okay, but yeah, the little you know, interjecting bits of percussion that we get, very nice. Most of these cuts have at least, well, all of them I think have at least one factor or aspect that I really enjoy. Just a couple here that I'm enjoying front to back, which, you know, I think is more than can be said for most EPs, if I'm being honest. You know, most albums, most EPs I get through, and there are no tunes that I enjoy, no tunes that I enjoy completely front to back. But Rock Dem and Reaper, I think, are very engaging from beginning to end and have fantastic ideas. We have Monta, which has a fantastic introduction. Same with Machina and the first drop as well, even though the second half for me not quite as on point. Shadow, I enjoyed for the drop idea itself and the vocal, even though the drops themselves just had a bit of a skeletal, bit of a bare feel to them. Fatal Attraction, was good as well. I liked the vocal there. From what I remember, the drops just feeling a bit weird and a bit ineffective, just a bit odd. You know, going for something a little bit different with his style, which I appreciate, but yeah, just coming off the idea a little bit weird in my opinion from what I remember, just not quite feeling like I could get into it. And then the closer, which was just fine. I mean, good and okay for what it is, just going for a bit of a more chilled and reflective one to finish there, but you know, nothing really pushing the boat out, I wouldn't say. So kind of serving its purpose, I suppose, as not too much of a showy banger to round off the EP and just close it in a bit more of a chilled way. There wasn't really a point here where I was like, oh, the production is notably off and feels a bit rough, and you know, I think that's a sign for me of a very good foundation for an EP or project or album, whatever. Yeah, there wasn't a point here where I was like, oh, you know, that production feels notably rough or wrong or jagged or doesn't quite work. And I think, you know, that is good. That is far more than can be said for most electronic collections at the moment, I would say. Maybe could have had some of these tracks just pushing a bit further. In particular at the beginning, I think quite a few of those ideas, either the idea itself just, you know, a bit ineffective and not doing all that much, or yeah, just not quite enough backing up what we get, the idea itself. You know, I was talking about production being a bit rough, a bit jagged, and not really having many of those moments, but the one that would stand out for me would be the drops on that Moody Good collab, Shadow. And yeah, if that one could have been just beefed up a little bit more, then we would have had 3 tracks, I think, here that I'm enjoying front to back. Gets better, I think, from the middle point onwards, rock dem towards the end, and feels more together and a bit more ambitious, a bit more out there with the ideas themselves. But yeah, I think the good definitely outweighing the not so good here for this Cartel II EP. Ones that I really enjoy here in comparison to others, but I think overall a good solid EP as a comeback from him. Some very good material here, and the production and transitioning across the board pretty on point, pretty fucking good, you know, showing himself again here to be one of the best in my opinion, if not the best in trap music. So yeah, that'll be that for my thoughts on that one. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you all in the next vid.